right, so come on down and join me on the foam roller. Probably you're used to working on a foam roller and doing myofascial release down your thighs and, you know, working your back. But for today, we're going to be lying lengthways on the roller. Make sure before you start, you actually sit right at the very end. Even the tallest people I've had can manage to get their whole body on so long as you start down this end. Creeping your way back, engaging your core, tucking your tail under, slowly rolling down. So already, you're starting to feel your spine. You're becoming spinally aware. Just like when you're lying on your back on the floor. You should be able to feel your tailbone on the roller, your pelvis is nice and steady, you feel your rib cage relaxing, and think about the back of your head. Some of your clients might be a little bit kyphotic, really tight through the chest, and you'll see them being like this on the roller. My suggestion would be to put a cushion under the back of their head so they can have better neck alignment, then their chest will open, and that's what you're looking for. The first move, I usually call it the bank robbery position, but I did that one time with some guys and they all did the stick 'em up position. So I want you to be this position here. Okay, so letter E, opening up your chest. Things to look for. When people open their arms out, automatically the ribs start to flare and you've lost your neutral spine. You've got a bit of space on your back. So try and soften your rib cage down a little bit further, maintain neutral, not imprinting. Still got a fingertip of space under the back. So soft ribs. And then open up and just breathe. Now we could stay here for 5 minutes, but we better move on and do a few more things, but let your people lie there and relax. The next position you want to go into with your arm floats, reaching your hands straight up to the ceiling as if you're holding a beach ball in your hands. First of all, just inhale, lifting your shoulder blades away from the roller, and exhale, drawing your shoulder blades back down. You get some great biofeedback from the roller because you can actually feel your shoulder blades drawing around the roller. Just check things like their feet and their knees as well, because often they're dropping their knees in or turning their knees out. You want to have everything in alignment. Inhale up and exhale down. You can do the same thing with one arm at a time. And straight away, you start to have to use your core control a little bit more because you're only using one side of the body. So automatically, the other side has to switch on a little bit to help you to keep your balance. Get them to focus on the breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. With each exhalation, a little bit more contraction into your pelvic floor. You probably do about 10 repetitions of everything. Then we're taking the arms backwards over the head, floating them back. Again, watch for rib cages. They'll want to go all the way to the floor and arch their back, but you've lost your core control. So bring them back to start, set their shoulders down. Inhale, maintaining that rib to hip connection. They might only get to there. And exhale. Everyone will have different ranges of motion through their shoulders, so some people won't be able to go very far. Some of your really mobile people will be able to go further, but make sure they're actually controlling the move. They're not just falling into it and coming back. So watch the floppies as much as you watch the stiffies. You can also do this one just one arm at a time, so bracing your core. Inhale, float one. Exhale, bring it back. Other side, inhale, floating back. Then take them into arm circles, breathing in to reach back, and exhale, pulling your shoulders down. Inhale, reaching, floating back, and around. Take it in the reverse. Inhale, feel that opening in your chest. It feels so good. And exhale over. If you've had people that have been sitting at work all day, leaning forward, rounding their shoulders, they will love doing these movements. Just to bring them back into alignment, be able to take a big breath. Finishing with the hands on the ground, changing over to now the feet. Make sure they're not too wide. Bring them back in line with your hips, shoulders down, core engaged. Slowly float one foot off the ground and try not to wobble. This is where you're going to really find the difference between one leg and the other. And even and I've probably been doing foam rollers like this for a few years now, but still find that this leg is easy as pie. And on the other side, hence I'm looking at the ceiling, I have to concentrate a little bit more, and I find it, I wobble a little bit more challenging. The reason being I'm right-handed. So I have trained my body to be solid on the left leg and use the right leg, for example, kicking a ball. My right leg will do the work. So my left leg is my stabilizing leg and my right leg is my working leg. But I need to kind of balance out and make sure that I can actually do both sides. If you want people to increase their intensity, how about just elbow tips on the ground? So you've got less base of support. Make sure they're focusing on their breathing as they go. Okay, so you can increase the intensity a little bit more by grabbing some hand weights. Small is fine, 1 kilo, 2 kilos maximum for the stronger guys. Up the top, set them up just with a chest fly. Inhale, opening with control. Now this might be when you're working on a Swiss ball, the same sort of thing. If you move suddenly more with one arm than another, you're going to fall off the Swiss ball or fall off the roller. So everything has to work smoothly. Breathing in, not too fast, we lose control. Keep your thoracic spine on the roller. Then you can start with singles, and all of a sudden they're going to go, ooh, ooh, their knees start moving, their hips start moving. You have to maintain that core control. So you're getting to work from one side to the other. Breathing in to open and sighing out to close. The engagement of the core muscles as you come back. You'll feel your weight shifting, but try not to let it be obvious. Feel it inside your body rather than making it a big obvious move. So that's a nice one, just to add some hand weights to your exercise. Increasing your intensity, hands on the ground. Engage your core, float one foot up. And how about the other foot up? Oh, without bulging your tummy. Inhale, toe touch down. Exhale, bring it back. So you're taking your reverse floats. Remember that if someone has a bad back or a weak core, this is going to be too strong for them. They just go back to floating from the floor. Inhale down. Exhale as you return back up on the harder part of the exercise. Then one goes down. Other one goes down. Here we go. This is the big one. Don't know how I'm going to go. 2 hands up towards the ceiling, engaging your shoulder blades back and down. Take a breath in through your nose, and as you sigh out, oh, can we do it? Float one foot off the ground and put it back down. So you start to increase the challenge. Oh, that one's a little bit more wobbly. And down by having no hands. They could maybe have one hand. That could be the next sort of regression and then coming back. And then how could we make that one harder? Ooh, you might have the hand weights in your hands or just here. Oh, if we can. And then floating backwards, coming back over the top and down. So what's happened is we've managed to increase the intensity of the exercises, starting from hands on the ground, everything touching down, and gradually taking everything away. That's how we can make things a little bit harder. So how did you find that? Hopefully you managed to work through your whole body. Now your clients or your class are really focused. They've worked on their breathing, they've worked on their core control, and they've really opened up their chest, so they should be ready for whatever workout you're going to throw at them. Bye for now.